All right, guys, let's see what's going on here. All right, we got cut up, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're back though. We're back. So now, if this is gonna be your first time seeing this, I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. Basically, I help you to become your best version. I help you to become healed. I help you to remember, to reconnect to who you are, to become whole. You know what I'm saying? For you to be at your, I don't know, like anything like your highest. I mean, I'm just here to serve you to be you a better version of you. Regardless of how you're looking at it. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But anyway, going back to the whole conversation, I strongly suggest, for you to check out part one, because, there's a whole bunch of shit that we talked about. But the one thing I didn't quite talk about yet on that other one, but again, it was defined. But I like to take the time to talk about spirituality, but it's all in a circle because, you're talking about the same thing in essence. You know, to talk about spirituality, that's because we are spiritual. Do you see what I'm saying? And for the most part, the more conscious you become about you, I mean, that's when you become spiritual. So the whole idea of, because, a lot of misconception when it comes to spirituality, right? People always think it's something outside of them. Do you see what I'm saying? Or it's for the monks. It's right there. It's religion. Whereas this shit got nothing to do with none of it. It's all of your fucking life. Because to understand your essence, that's why you tell a man you want to change the world, well, change yourself. You want to make the world a better place? Well, make yourself a better fucking person. We have the power to manifest all of that shit in your regular life. All of the fucking decision that we're making, or either you were raised with mom and dad, there was no mom and dad, all of that shit that you're dealing with. You're dealing with it from a fucking emotional perspective. Meaning you're dealing with this life, although you're looking at it just from a physical or material perspective, but yet it's truly you're looking at it from your perspective, your inner self. So to set yourself free or for you to grow, that's when you have to know who you are. And the more you know of that, the more free how this is that's the whole meaning of knowing thyself will set you free. Because now in those looking at this life from a suffering perspective, from all this bullshit perspective, then when you adopt that Godhead mentality, you have changed that reality. And like I was saying before, how you change the reality, it's not by neglecting, saying, there's no people dying, there's no people that there's no, all of that is taking place. But it's also taking place because of their perspective. Because at the end of the day, it's niggas killing niggas. And it's all start. It's chaotic. There's a whole lot going on. You know what I'm saying? That's why those of us who are of light, you know what I'm saying, you gotta see it for what it is. In fact, that's where your compassion is going to come from. That's where the whole you forgiving them, regardless of what they do, comes in. You see what I'm saying? This is adopting that Godhead mentality is to adopt your essence. But for you to do that, you got to transmute the reality, meaning you got to see beyond the veil. That's why now you got to have a positive outlook on shit instead of talking about positivity. What does that mean? Okay. Like motherfuckers be talking about positivity like nothing bad happens. No, that's a fucking illusion. What we're saying here is obtaining a highest understanding of what the shit or what the fuck happened. Yes, it's bad, but did you also learn from it? Do you get what I'm saying? We're not denying fucked up shit doesn't happen, but do you learn from it? And if you learn from it, how bad is it? Is it bad because you're not looking from the perspective or from the lesson that is teaching you? Or is it bad because you don't even see the lesson in it? You see, when you start seeing beauty in shit, then you start seeing beauty everywhere. That's what it means by you working on you, you change the world around you. Niggas. Adopting the Godhead mentality, that's like, yeah, that's Job. That's the motherfucker, I can't recall his name, that felt like maybe, I don't know, thousands of the Ford nigga. And then when they ask him, well, did you like, no? The nigga said, no, I'm not. In other words, winners never lose. Well, winners, though, doesn't mean that you're not losing or a loss. It's not that you're not losing. You're not losing, but that doesn't mean you didn't take a loss. See, there's a difference between taking a loss and losing. So if you took a loss, and trust me, and that's why it's important too for you to become to understand and transmute your emotion. That comes with a level of understanding, but also understanding the emotional intelligence behind the pain. Did you get the lesson? We're not saying they're painful. In fact, this path is the path of the one, it's the less traveled path. You know why it's less traveled? Because only you got to walk it. In fact, it's just, they say it another way, and I love it. If there's a path in front of you, that ain't your path, nigga. You just following the footsteps. I mean, your path, it's gonna be there's no path. You create that path. That's your path. You gotta pull out the machete. You know what I'm saying? Be like old goo chopping up shit for you. I mean, for you to create that vision. Oh, only you could do it, baby. Now I have done it. I'm showing you the path. And I'm letting you know that path, that's what it's gonna look like when you create yours. This is just the guidelines, Nick. But ultimately, you gotta put the work in. And nobody could do that for you. Seems like every time I have some good news, I also gotta give you some bad news. I know you love to see me, but I'm also bad. You're bad news. Too bad for you. Too bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what being a blessing and a curse is at the same time. We're here to bless those, and that's why we were granted access to place judgment because it comes from a pure state. So that's why when I judge you to the judgment, there's no coming back from it. How do God say like is slow at at his wrath? There's a certain way that they actually say that shit. Well, that's me, nigga. I'm slow at getting there, but when it's there though, there's nothing you can do about it. And judgment been placed on you, nigga. And everything I do and say is always gonna be righteous. Because I'm connected with that. You know it too. Oh, you're gonna find out if you don't know it. So fucking dumb. Dummy. Anyway, adopting a positive outlook perspective, that's what you need in life. Because not everything, and that's what you gotta have. That's when you you get to see gold in trash. What that truly means is that when you don't judge a book by its cover, you get to appreciate the book for what it is, not because of what it looks like. What it looks like, that's the trash, that's the material, that's the illusion. That's why adopting a Godhead mentality is for you to see beyond the veil. And that simply means you understanding your emotions too. Because this is all of those non tangible aspect of you that you have that has to become alive. That's the awakening side of you. That's the being born again that has to take effect. You got to give birth to that motherfucker. You got to be born again, and that's what that meant. Because you were born on the physical, meaning being a living corpse to a living mind. That's the transition that you need. That's what becoming the illuminated one. You are the fucking Illuminati if you know who you are. That's why I can never relate to what you niggas are talking about, man. Oh, the Illuminati's doing this. Well, this is what the real Illuminati's doing over here, nigga. Well, since you're good at go ahead and telling what you see, why don't you go ahead and tell this? It shouldn't be hard for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, but to the pure, all is pure. Fucking dummies. Anyway, adopting that Godhead mentality, again, that's why it all circled back to also spirituality too, which is your essence. It's like we all say it, we all live it, but we're not too conscious of it. Even when you say, listen, to know anyone is to get to know them, who they are. When you say, yeah, you will never know who somebody is, do you know what you're also saying? To know who that person is, you got to go beyond what they look like, even beyond what they telling you. So your essence, whoever that motherfucker is, you already know he's not what it looks like. And that's all of us. Now, the only difference is now the ones who truly got to know who they are now. That's when we know we are the light. And that's what you're seeing when I'm stepping out. That's what you're hearing from lips to ear in those God's frequencies and that level of understanding. That's what you're witnessing, to be honest. You're a Jehovah Witness, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So go out there and tell them what you see, man. It shouldn't be hard. You're already doing it. You know what I mean? But you got to wake up to it. You see, that's why we have all those evidence are all around us. That's when the minute you start to wake up to one truth, it leads to another truth, and then you start seeing the connection around you. To understand this is a fucking electromagnetic field has to do with how you vibrating too. Like for me, nigga, I'm trying to get you to see it. Whoever you're dealing with, the people around you, it's all spirit in bodies and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you start looking at these niggas for who they can't trick you neither. That's how no one knows the truth. You can't lie to me. How you gonna lie to me when I know the truth, man? You ever tell a nigga that? Like, go ahead, nigga. I already know the truth, man. Why would I argue with dumb niggas that I know the truth about, man? You make that make sense for me. There's no benefit in it. That's why I don't do it. Can't do it. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. There's nothing for me in there, man. It's not for me. That's not my class. That's none of it. I don't belong in your bullshit, nigga. Got me fucked up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. You got so much of that bad perspective about you. You're projecting that on other people. This shit got nothing to do with me. Every time you get everybody or anybody fucked up, and that's when I got compassion, but I'm still whooping that ass. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just that love and love, but she got hey, what you did is what you did. You feel me? Justice, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can even feel bad about you. I guess that's what not giving a fuck is. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like it got nothing. You did it to yourself, dog. Yes, and now you're dragging other people in. So disrespectful. So out of line. And that's why you get your ass whooped, nigga. You disobeyed. you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And listen, man, trust me. Whoo! Mm, what I see. Oh my God. If you think you see, there's a lot more to come. Whew, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's stop with those internal jokes, okay? But just so you guys know, this is your first time. This is how much you are pleased, and this is how much of a family that you already are to me, although I don't even know you. Listen, I'm making you part of this family because now you're dealing with some internal issues. you know what I'm saying? But certain things that we got to deal with. I'm just, what I'm saying? We'll spank a couple, what I'm saying? A couple ones. Hey, listen, we're all family here. You hear me? Listen, and I'm trying to extend that to you, so you understand. You're welcome here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is what we stand for. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna dance, listen, man. Listen, you more than welcome here. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know that because I'm giving you the best of me, man. Listen, I'm telling you. you. You get it later, though. You know what I mean? But for you to see that, you got to be of that. That's why it's always from lips to ear. I'm always speaking to the great listeners. Oh, this is for you. That's what make this knowledge for the livings. Oh, that's for you, baby. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a living corpse. You don't want that. And that's why you're a spiritual healer. I'm here to help you with that. Anyway, those of you who are coming back naked. Stop me when I'm lying. Because you know why you came back. Listen, get you a plate. You already know, man. It's always a Holy Communion. This is us getting together. This is all of it. Okay? Now, listen, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is what we got here. This all top shelf, baby. You feel me? It's all top shelf. You are in the right place. I mean, I would assume. I mean, I would hope you know for yourself. But just for you. But anyway, now let's delve into that Godhead mentality, man. Because that's your transformation. That is also you also knowing your true essence. But for you to get there, you would have to start seeing things from a different perspective. That's why I always say it's not how much you see, but it's how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like just like they say, the difference between extra, between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. You know what I'm saying? So now, if it is that little extra, well, that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Because if you understand there's a difference, so there's no absolutely way you were going to be ordinary. Because all you need is that little extra. You know what I'm saying? That's what niggas do when they trying to upsell you some shit. You know what I'm saying? The medium size, it's like it's $5.99, right? And then the large size, and there's a big difference. It's only $6.99. So just $1 extra. You can supersize your order, baby. Which one you gonna choose? You better supersize your ass, nigga. And that's when your guard come in. You're supersizing yourself. You're going into the deepest part of you, nigga. That's what you do when you're creating your God. I hope you know what you're doing, stranger, because you are a stranger to who you are. That's why the wise ones, we always say, God need man and man need God. Because we lived and experienced both sides of the coin. And that's perfection. That's being mentally and emotionally balanced. That's attaining your highest level of consciousness. You see how it's all connected? That's the mind, body, and soul. And that's when the physical doesn't matter anymore. You have successfully transcended, motherfucker. Congratulations. And as you're doing so, then now you're dealing with other galactic essence. That's when your ancestors are. That's what your guides are. And you're dealing with these motherfuckers too. I work a lot with these niggas. That's why I am a representation of that world. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was sent to get this work done. I came here specifically to make sure this is being done in a way that is never done before. But ultimately, what that is to for the masses. Listen, man, we're giving sight to a whole fucking universe, man. Oh man, listen, man. I'm speaking loud. You hear me? I'm making noises. I'm the raucous. I bring the pain, nigga. Shout out Method Man, nigga. That's my nigga. You feel me? I bring the pain, nigga. You know. So some other people trying to buy me some shoes when but they don't know my size. They got the wrong size for me. You know what I'm saying? That's because they don't know my size. And if you don't know my size, nigga, you don't know me. You never did. And you still don't know what you're looking at either. That's why the joke's on you, Jack. You played yourself. Oh my God. Oh, Scotty. Don't be too hard on yourself. You didn't know. Next time, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why you gotta seek the kingdom of God, Jackie, Scotty. You know, choose to know. Follow the light. Come out of your comfort zone. Because if you're not true to you, you'll never be true to somebody else. In other words, you always be false to somebody else. And there's nothing outside of that. Like there's no way out of it. That goes for everybody. That's why your life is a reflection of what you see. That's for everybody. That's why you are the creator of your life, whether you believe it or not. Whether you choose to go behind a God, you could hide behind whatever wall you choose to go. At the end of the day, that God that you're saying doesn't mean anything if you don't say yes to it. So, what is that God without you? If anything, this God is mostly fucking you up than you have anything to do on him. Because you're acting like the God like your God. That's why when you understand that, you create your own God. Listen, you make God your neighbor. You embrace yourself in a whole different level. Because now you understand, listen, just like I always tell people, if you think money is everything, well, you do everything for money. You see how the thought and the action goes hand in hand? That's what it means. You know better, then you do better. Do you see what I'm saying? And you know, these people they have a limited vision. You know what I'm saying? This is where you at, and this is where I'm at. And then you being here, you think you can see me. That's why you couldn't see me. That's what they tell you. We're not in the same class. You in the wrong neighborhood, man. That's why you're being spanked. This is not for you, regardless of how much you want it. That's why you can't steal it. Nigga, you can never steal what's not for you. And just like you can never lose what's yours. That's why for me, I can never lose mine. And you're going to find out why this is all mine. You can't touch it. It looks easy until you do it. That's why you having regrets. Because you fell for the illusion. They thought I was pussy. You gonna put it all in me, nigga. Fuck me up. I want you to fuck me up. And let's see who's really getting fucked up. Now you got me all fucked up. You just fucking around out here, huh? You see, that's what I tell these niggas. Tell me what side you want me to be on. You can't even beat me when I didn't know better. And I was still better than you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what those rappers, I get it. I was that nigga even when I was a little nigga. But you can't even beat me there. And now I'm here. Now you're destroying yourself. Look again if you think I'm lying. Hey, we got another moon, baby. Come give it to me. And there's no pause. I'm taking it all in, nigga. Give me your best shot. I want your best motherfucking shot. And even it's not enough. I'm disappointed, to be honest. I'm saying, hey, you're not a match. And you are witnessing or living my disappointment. And that's what justice is. That's balancing the scale. That's my eye. Oh, we put shit in order over here. I'm your equalizer, nigga. You know, I'm Denzel sitting down with that Russian guy and telling you and explaining to you how you're gonna die. I'm explaining to you how you're dying slow and you don't even see it. Mm. You want to talk about dummies? Damn. Shit, how you looking at shit? It makes me wonder how you're looking at shit. Anyway. Motherfuckers don't know. You know, sometimes you just gotta let them know. Oh, listen, and this that's why I'm their bad news. Even when I don't even talk that way, I'm still your bad news. So I might as well make it exciting. So at least, hey, I might as well entertain you. You know what I'm saying? If that could be the Godhead mentality you might need to adopt. Now, for you to accept that ass whooping, and that eventually will change your life. And that's how, for you, that is an opportunity for you to recreate your reality. Do you know what I'm saying? And the whole aspect of us, any spiritual, let's just say, spiritualist, I guess, but anybody who came to see the light in them, who get to acknowledge the divinity in them, and that's living in accordance with that divinity, because that's really what it comes down to. You know, to be awakened or to be a man of God, used to see God in you and you living off of those principles. That's why this is not, this is not, about this. It's about the action. It's about the actual act of living that. So now it's important for you to see it a certain way because I'll give you a perfect another scenario. If you think money's not everything, well, obviously you're not gonna do everything for money. That's when you have your motherfuckers like Cat William niggas, your Monique type of motherfuckers. So ow, girl. You know what I mean? My niggas. You know what I'm saying? Who are standing, what I'm saying, having, making a stand. And when you build like that way, then that's when, hey, man, I'm not gonna suck your dick for this, suck your dick for that. You know what I'm saying? And no, but a lot of that would have to do with how you look at yourself. That's why a man of God is a man who respects himself. And to respect yourself is to be a man of God. So, ironically, hey man, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm letting you know how much of a God you are. But through social political bullshit, it got to translate as, being key, not being humble. And unfortunately, there's no practical saying or understanding in these things because no one will ever accomplish anything or whoever did anything didn't do it without either God or themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'll give you a perfect example. Tyler Perry. This nigga said everything he did, he couldn't it's not because of him, it's because of God. Well, he's telling the truth. But the lies that he's telling you here is that he's not acknowledging the God in him. That's the lie, or that's the part he may not be conscious of. Because if you're gonna tell me by the grace of God, this nigga did not sit on his ass. Oh, I knew when this nigga, what I'm saying, was the first nigga out there doing that whole theatrical type of bullshit with fucking Medea, having shows after shows. This nigga was touring. This nigga was a force. I mean, if you want to call this God, but I mean, to be fair, were you there where that God was there, or you were not there when God was there? So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, it is okay to acknowledge yourself and to acknowledge God at the same time. Because in fact, without God, there's no you, and without you, there's no fucking God. This God that you're saying you're grateful for, well, you went along the way. You got disappointed. Not sure if you had to suck some dicks, but whatever the fuck you did and had to do and kept on going, of even against adversity. I mean, we're not gonna say God was not there, but I'm for sure not gonna say you were not there neither, nigga. So what's bad about seeing God in you and in you and God? That's what I need to understand now. That's when the social political bullshit comes in because it comes down to I don't know, like that's the social political bullshit. That's exactly what that is. Well, I guess I didn't want to. It's like I already know it's shit. I mean, this is shit. I mean, I just don't want to get any shittier than that. I'm not trying not to get any shittier than that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is already shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like it stank. Like, what kind of shit do you want? A little shit or a big shit? Like medium shit? Shit is shit. Well, at least to me. I don't want it, dog. Excuse me. You could miss me. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, regardless on how you choose to address it. But the only difference is now the ones who become the bright ones, when we understand that, that's why we understand there's no knowing who you are doesn't mean you're not humble. In fact, for you to be humble, you gotta know your worth. You gotta pay the price, man. You gotta pay the hey, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Isn't that what they say? So to the pure, all is pure. So however you like to dissect it, I'm just trying to get you to see the reflection of that. That's why in the Kabbalah they talk about the law of correspondence. As it is within, so it is without. And that's what you I'm also get you to see by you choosing your God, you creating your reality at the same time. That's what makes you the middleman, the beholder. You are the show. How do you want it to go? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, to the pure is pure. Well, to see beauty, you got to become beautiful. That's the stone. That's the philosopher's stone. That's the essence of you being the alchemist, the magician, the true magician. That's why casting spells cannot work on me. It will never work. How do you send illusion to somebody who already see? Even if I close my eyes, I still see. Because I already see. That's why they tell you you can't unseen what you already see. If I jump in the room now and two motherfuckers are sucking dick, I'm like, whoa, I can't unsee that, dog. I could walk away from it. But what I just saw, it's what I saw. You're dealing with a true magician. You a fake one. That's why I'm whooping your ass. And it will not, it can, it's not stopping. I hope you know that too. That's why there's no fucking apology needed. For what? Nah, you're just mad you lost. I don't know what you're mad for. You've been losing. Look around you. You get mad for this loss, but then you've been losing all your life. This you, you probably won't even get this. That's what makes you a loser. It's not because you take losses, but you're a loser because you can't transform that into a win. Because a true magician, what we do, that's when we change this reality. A true manifester is a true fucking magician. That's why this is your essence. Well, to the pure, all becomes pure, but first, you gotta become pure to change that. And that's why we say, you wanna change the world? Nigga, you know the rest. Do you know anybody in this life that this does not apply to? Then, if you know anybody in this ordinary life that we're living in this society, that do not reap what they sow, that their life is not based on what they understand, then spirituality is outside of you. Then spirituality is not for you. And that's the reason why you lost too. Not only that you lost because you lose, but you also lost. And because you lost, you losing. That's why winners win and losers lose. But winners also understand losers are not truly losers. They choose to lose. Just like a loser, when you're a loser, you want to make other people feel like they're a loser too. That's why you see people who hate on who they are. They want you to feel how they feel because they're broken. They want to fucking break you up too. They want to break you down. But how do you break something that's not broken? That's why you're broken over here. It's not broken and it's unbreakable. Like you throwing me on the floor, nigga, and I just rebuild myself. You throw me to the walls. It's like you tell me what side I look better on. This is not for you, homie. This is you're not in your territory, stranger. You know what I'm saying? You see how them white people behave, niggas. Hey, nigga. You don't belong here, nigga. When these motherfuckers tell you that shit, oh, they mean that shit. This is not your place, nigga. Do you know where you at, stranger? Yeah. Do you know who you fucking with? You're so silly. Pray for you. So stupid. So stupid. You know, this was a suicide mission for you, man. I mean, you already killed yourself. Do you see how it works? You see, when you don't see money is everything, you're not gonna do everything for money. So it all comes down to who you are, your level of vibration, your level of consciousness. Because I could tell you right now, again, the more I don't want material you are, you only see money for everything. And that's not looking at it. I mean, that's a wrong way of looking at it. Because just like I tell you, regardless of how much money you got, just like I always tell people, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for poor people, rich people would have to eat their money. Or you're gonna have to cook for yourself, dog. I know you paying, but what you're paying is still another certain fucking human being who's got to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's 4 o'clock in the morning, all restaurants are closed. Regardless, you may have $1 million, dog. It means nothing. But just about 5:30 ish, about 6 o'clock, there's a lot of breakfast places. Then now you can use it. You see, you know what I mean? What exactly would you like me to tell you? You know what I'm saying? So to see money's everything. It's obviously not knowing who you are, but this is very shallow. 50 Cent said it best. This nigga said, "I thought when I was broke, I thought money was gonna fix all my problems. Then when he becomes successful, because I've been watching this nigga too, because he was saying how his 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 fame also allowed him to he lost his son. Oh, we all got a price to pay. Do you see? And that's part of becoming conscious too. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ever seen those movies like you wake up in the middle of the island. Some of us got a knife, some of us got a fucking grenade, some of us got a machine gun. When it saw what is it, the Predator 2, they were coming from the sky. You don't know where they're coming from, right? So that's just you not knowing who you are. Now, as you're waking up in this life, and then there's a grenade in your hand, and then that's when you're learning, oh, you killed so and so, then they drag you over here to wake your ass up. Do you get it? So I know for me, when I woke up, I had blood in my hands. Most of us do. Don't worry. Don't judge me. Some motherfuckers. Hey, I mean, shit. You may wake up with a grenade in your hand, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's the brother who went through life and then had to wake up later on, and then now you're trying to build a structure. You have to overcome a whole lot. And I'm one of those brothers because, what I'm saying, being born how I was born, being put in the situation that I was in, because I was actually illegally adopted, never knew my identity, what I'm saying, the fucking how can I say this? The abuse I had to deal with and the hate. Do you see what I'm saying? For me to become the person that I am. It's like niggas was treating me like fucking animals. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not one of them, but they wanted to get my money. And they been eating on me. Oh, that's a crime. But that's what I had to deal with. I mean, I'm saying, when I wake up, that's the blood I have in my hand. Their blood, though. You feel me? I'm waking up with their blood in my hand. They thought they killed me, though. Come on, man. Somebody. C'est pas manger ranger. C'est à tuer cheval. Balingo, man. Hey, some do. C'est pas manger, pas manger ranger. C'est tuer cheval. Voisin. Pas prendre un piège. Niggas, chill somewhere. Let them know. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't fell in traps. I mean, in fucking traps, man. They try to trap me out here, man. They've been trapping me, to be honest, all my life. It's been traps. You know what I'm saying? But man, I maneuver. Listen, man, this is a living testimony, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why I am them and they are me. Oh, this is for the glory. This is God's story. I mean, I'm glad I played in it. Listen, I'm the actor, nigga. You better give me credit. In fact, I want my awards, nigga. Best actor ever. You best believe it, nigga. I'll get the job done. And now I'm trying to help you to get the job done. Stop fucking around me. Saying tomorrow, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Better be on time, nigga. I mean, this is what's happening here to you, man. You better be on time, man. I mean, I'm teaching you how to never be late in your life. After this course here, you'll never be late, even when you appear to be late. And this is all adopting a God mentality. This is all about understanding or having a positive outlook on shit. This is you turning shit into gold, the philosopher's stone, the alchemist, the true fucking magician. All of those fancy occult shit. And by the way, guys, if this is your first time, oh, I didn't get to go all the way in into the whole occult shit. The occult is just a part of spirituality that deals with the understanding. That's why those are esoteric knowledge. It's not intended to be taken literal, meaning not just literal in the sense of let's just say literal, but it also means literally you got to go beyond what you're also looking at. So not taking it literal, it's in all aspect. It's you having a discernment because your discernment is showing that you're not taking it literal, but it's also as you having that discernment not to take it literal, you also going literal. I mean, you also going beyond the literal. You're being illiteral. So dealing with this type of knowledge, that's what this knowledge is. That's why this knowledge, I call it a manual for your understanding. And some of the basic shit you would learn is that nigga, whoever the fuck you are, you have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind. And this is you scratching your ass walking down the street. This is who you killing somebody. You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind. It's not just for some people, that's for everybody. So your essence in itself is spirit. So that's why for me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what the truth is. And knowing that truth is. So you think you're gonna bluff me? You go ahead. Oh man, don't stop masturbating, nigga. Keep going. Because if you do it a little bit better, a little bit more, you got a million mango. Go get another trillion mango. Unripe. Keep going. Go get another billion mango, nigga. Go get another unripe billion mango. Keep going. why not? But the question is, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. My life is not. And he thinks that fucked up. Look again. I beg to differ. My inheritance is coming to me. Coming to me, nigga. No, it belongs to me. Listen, I'm only getting it. Hey, I know it's not fair. So it's life, bitch. That's why I can't help you. You watching the wrong guy. You know, man. You know, there's multiple fake accounts hurting you. And you come watch this, you get more drugs. Like, dog. That's can't stop your neither. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I want to have a gift. Like, yo, that's my favorite gift. I mean, because I feel like that's the closest thing to Jesus being on the cross. In fact, I think I'm gonna go with this. I tell these niggas, look at me. Hey, go ahead, baby. Crucify me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you taking poison, you watching me to die. You tell me, you let me know. I have no poison in me, dog. How you expect me to die? I said, that's your poison, dog. No. Oh my God. Oh, I've never seen such a victory in my life. This is for the ages. This is for the ages, man. Yo, this is unbelievable. That's what makes it a story of God. Listen, I mean, listen. I'm all for the drama, obviously, as you can see. So I wouldn't be able to play any other part. Yo, when I told my guys, I'm like, yo, this is the part I'm gonna play. This is the part where, you know what I'm saying? That's why we love the underdogs. This is the part. I'm gonna be that rejected rock that the builders, while they were building the house, they threw that shit away. How fuck that stone, man? They was like, fuck that stone, man. And they built the house. And then, I mean, I gotta get dramatic too, right? And then now the house cannot be completed without the stone. They're like, oh shit. They all waking up. They so slow. These, these niggas are so slow, man. I can spank them. Oh, I'm the equalizer, baby. You thought you had it. Listen, any movies know that, man. I mean, listen, it ain't fun until the Robert got the gun. You enjoyed too early, dog. Hey, man. That's why it doesn't matter who gets the first laugh, man. It comes down to the last laugh, man. That's why they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And this is how y'all finish. And this is my beginning because I don't finish at all. I'm not gonna. I'm something else. Listen, I'm not gonna put my. You know what? I'm not being fair to you. I have nothing to do with this. I apologize. No, I still don't. Respect, though. You know what I mean? Respect, man. Jeez. So again, adopting a Godhead mentality is the transformation. But that transformation can only take place when you start seeing it that way. That's why beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You have to become beautiful to see beauty. And when you understand, you act based on your thinking. Your God is your thinking. How you see life is your thinking. And that thinking is going to be reflected in your regular life. Like we said, if you see, depending on your dream, that's why life depends on you. Some of us, you just got to dream bigger. A lot of us are not dreaming big enough. But how do you dream bigger if you're not into yourself? And that dream isn't really a dream, but we're calling it a dream because it's not the reality that you're living in. But that dream is what dictate this reality. That's why they tell you to dream bigger because you're going to create a better reality. In other words, start looking at yourself as being abundance. That's the nigga that know he was rich and then that became rich. None of these niggas like Jay-Z, listen to any one of these niggas. They always knew they were better than the hood. That's how they got out of the hood. You cannot think that you are better than the hood and get out of the hood. That does not happen. So again, your mind is creating your reality. So your essence is the creator. That's what makes you the actual creator. And that's what the esoteric knowledge is there to remind you of. So you make the best of this journey. You find yourself. Because if you do not find yourself, you cannot go back to where you came from. And going back to where you came from is your essence. That's why when you become conscious here, you no longer have to reincarnate. You may choose to, but you're not forced to. Because I already see, I already know. I know the truth. If you saying you are that star up there, well, you gotta show it here. And the reason why you have to show it here, that would show this is you revealing your connection. And once you make that connection, guess what? Earth is no longer, you have, oh, death, where is your victory? Now your life is no longer defined by material shit or death and lack and none of that shit. Adopting a fucking abundance mentality doesn't mean you gotta have $1 million. In fact, because you think that way, when you that's how you're gonna get your $1 million if you choose so, or depending on what your mission is. And that little fucking white boy who had the book, I think, Grow, how the fuck? Napoleon Hill. I can never remember that title for the life of me. I don't even fucking know why. I wonder why. Hmm. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like he didn't tell you what he was supposed to tell you. Or at least he's not saying it where you should truly understand who you are. Because that's truly what the message is. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I got to spank him a little bit. But everybody's doing God's work. That was his level of understanding. But nevertheless, his work is very, very valuable. Let me rephrase, his work is extremely valuable. That's why I'm using it. You know what I'm saying? To grow and think rich, this nigga's telling you to become abundant. What they're trying to tell you, he's trying to get you to see people who have a lot of money or people who are rich, business people, they think and see life a certain way. That's why some niggas would ask you, are you a seller or a buyer? A seller, that's what the business perspective is. Then you look at life from that perspective. And a buyer, since you always buying, you're a great spender. He's trying to get you to see that, but what I'm trying to tell you is it goes beyond that. You can do that only because of your true essence. So why not finding your true essence, bro? You can supersize this. Why going for the medium size for 5.99 or the small size for 5.90? Okay, let's just keep it medium for 5.99, and the extra large, it's $1 extra, bro. I mean, does it even matter? Like, does the dollar even matter at that point? Now it's truly like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Fuck the money. What are you doing? What are you doing? You see what I'm saying? And that's what it means. And that's what it entails, like you not having the bigger picture, i.e., not adopting that Godhead mentality. And this is when life tribulations and conflicts now start to have a different meaning for you. And the reason why they start having a different meaning for you, because now you start looking at them from a different perspective. That's how you change your reality. You change your mind and watch everything around you change. Just that little extra, dog. Why not going for it? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, even from a bargaining fucking perspective, even from a McDonald fucking supersize fucking, like, shit, niggas want you to supersize, man. The universe wants you to supersize. Do you see what I'm saying? But you don't see it, the illusion. Do you notice everybody that became successful tells you one thing? Nigga, don't give up. Do you notice that? Why do you think that? Don't give up. Because as a manifester, you are creating this. You already set it in motion. That's why You know what I'm saying? To adopt the Godhead mentality, you got to look beyond the veil. That's why having faith is, or having your inner vision, or being in God's image. Act like God, nigga. Or at least talk like. I mean, not really talk, but see the like you. You talk like him. You gotta see it the way you gotta see it the way he sees it. That's why we forgive our fucking enemies. Not because, you know what I'm saying, and that doesn't mean you have to go back to your enemy. That got shit got nothing to do with you. Forgiveness is for yourself. Of course, I'm gonna forgive because I'm loved. I choose to be loved. Meaning, I'm not going to close off. I stay open regardless of what you do, because I understand what you do. You didn't do it because of me. You did it because of you. Now you want me to feel how you feel, and that's why you're losing your mind. And that's why you can't make me feel like I feel, me feel like you feel, because that's how you feel. I'm not you. You want me to be you. But what the fuck? Why would I want to be you? To be a loser? Why would I want to be disappointed in life? Because you choose to be disappointed in life. The fuck? See, that's why you understand your conflict. They're there to make you better. These motherfuckers work for me. See, when you start to transmute that type of reality, that's how you heal yourself. That's how you have forgiveness. I'm trying to teach y'all niggas how to do it for other people. But that doesn't mean you don't know what they did or you're going back to no, 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 no. Do not do that. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, I love you so much, I gotta let you go. I love you so much, I gotta fuck you up too. Hell yeah! That's what justice is. Yeah! That's why this ass whoop. Oh, I'm whooping that ass. Yeah! There's no going outside of that. No! Y'all got it fucked up. No. Because you did it to yourself. That got nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? It's like a nigga convicted of a fucking crime, and then he's trying to put that shit on me. What that shit got to do with me, man? Or would I? Why would I? Hey, that's your crime, nigga. Come on, man. Hell, that shit. This nigga think I'm stupid. You trying to fuck up my vision? Since when? That never happened. Why is it gonna happen now? Now that's my question to you. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember when that did happen? Nah, nigga, it never happened. The only thing you had was access to me. And that's why you should realize you never know who the fuck I was, nigga. I played my part very well. So at the end of the day, we both liars. I'll give you that. Because you're a liar and I'm a liar too. But I tell the truth even when I lie. You too. But it's like, how can I say this? It's like, it's not even a lie. But I'm going to say it just so you understand it. You know, it's just that the truth was always around you. But because you were a lie, there you go. We got it better. The truth was always around you, but you never woke up to it. So it ain't really like I was lying or a better liar than you. You just didn't know the truth because you're not of the truth. And this is funny because I was listening to Francis uh, Ngannou. This nigga, it's like we're all one. This nigga was saying all the shit that I was going through in my life. It's like all of us win, like we winners for a reason. This nigga is a great manifester. He understand. He talks about dream too. But let me tell you what he's really saying. That's why I am a spiritual healer to get you the proper perspective of what he's saying because he's in touch with an inner side. That's why this nigga like to have time for himself, for like him motherfucking self. I'm like, damn, this nigga, because you know niggas. Yeah, that's my vibe too. Nigga, I understand everything you saying, nigga. Even as a kid, this nigga knew he didn't want to be like these motherfuckers. Guess what? The motherfuckers who adopted me illegally, trying to steal my inheritance and my stolen my identity and all that shit. Same shit. So even when they were going at me because they gotta abuse me due to my identity, and then and when I'm saying due to my identity, it's like even as a kid they saw the truth in me. They always knew like I wasn't the kid that was afraid of anything, nigga. Fuck you. And when I say fuck you, I say fuck you. In other words, I was always shining, nigga. They knew I was the star. Well, I didn't know how to be anything else if I'm gonna be myself. You could try anything else. But if I'm gonna be myself, I can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because I got more practice with this nigga. And even if I take on another personality, that's because I've been practicing with this nigga. So he opened up again. I couldn't be anything without this nigga. You know what I'm saying? A great actor. It's a motherfucker who's in touch with himself on a whole different level. So meaning now he has the ability to tap into that and adapt that because he had adapted himself on the highest level. That's why these niggas are artists. And us spiritualists and artists, we always have a connection because we both transform. That's why for me, I always have admiration for artists, regardless of what type of artist you are. If you sing, if you a speaker, whatever the fuck it is, come on now. Because at the end of the game, that's why a lot of these niggas, even Michael Jordan, they know the importance of self. Look at all these niggas, even if they don't want to talk about spirituality, even they're saying they're not spiritual, but in their speech, if you know how to discern, then you understand like these niggas they have to adopt a God mentality, meaning they have to start seeing beauty in shape, in shit. Like you gotta see values in bullshit until you do so. Now I could say it that way, but it's not like you're gonna force yourself to see gold in shit, right? You gotta wake up to it. See, to think critically, you gotta become critical. You see, when you don't judge a book by its cover, that's because you valuable, nigga. So we say it to you to help you as a guide for you to find that. but we already know. So not judging a book by its cover, it's revealing your essence. This is that shit. Those are your again evidences all around you, but you're stupid. You can't see it, and that's why the truth is it doesn't matter. It's all around. Once you wake up to it, you see it everywhere. That's why our ancestors we worship nature, nigga. We know we see God in nature because we see God in us. You cannot see God in nature if you don't see God in you, or vice versa. Or to see God in nature, you're gonna see God in you. That's what metaphysics is. Well, not that part, but metaphysics is pretty much telling you the same principles that take place in the physics goes beyond physics. Meta, just like you rip what you sow as a farmer, that's what takes place in the physical. That's why a lot of us, the wise men, we always use nature in everything we're saying to reflect that level of understanding, consciousness. Then when you start knowing who you are, then you see the connection in you every fucking way. That's the that's the father and the son, or that's the son and the father. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Another way of saying this, depending on if this is too harsh for you, you were created in God's image. Have at it. Suck your dick how you like, but that's what it comes down to. This is for the ultimate ones. That's why I know this cannot be for everybody. Yo, I'm sorry, baby. Again, I had to give you the good news, and I also got to deliver the bad news. They go hand in hand, baby. Now, if you're a good listener, well, you already know. And if you're not, well, shit, have at it. Do your worst. You know what I'm saying? Do your worst. So adopting a Godhead mentality, man, is needed. It has to be done. This is you becoming an alignment. This is the visible side of you and the invisible side of you coming together. And as they do, now you start looking at things, life from a different perspective. Your losses, how can you say you lost when you win? You understand something. In fact, they say when you win, you learn one thing. When you lost, you got so many lessons. Now does that mean you should be looking to lose? Not at all. I mean, there's no parts in that that's saying none of that shit. Not at all. In fact, you should seek for winning, but also understand this is part of winning. As you're seeking to win, is that when you lost, you winning. So in life, you win and win. But again, to see it from that perspective, that is adopting the Godhead mentality. That is now transmuting. That is now me looking at the misery, or the kids are not eating in Haiti, or all that shit, whatever's taking where, like, yeah, but I'm looking at the world from a different perspective. Not that I don't, not that I'm neglecting that neither. Does that make sense? But my reality doesn't stop there. So for you, it may sound like I'm rejecting that because that's where you focus only. You one-sided. You don't see it from the bigger picture. You're falling short. And just to look at it from that perspective too, you're not acknowledging you don't see God around you. And that is why too, the niggas will always tell you, how can you say God exists and all this shit's taking place? It makes sense if you're looking at God from a benevolent perspective. It makes sense because you're looking at God, you as religious as these motherfuckers are. So y'all like two stupid niggas arguing, but one claim to be God, the other one saying, you know what, I'm not gonna be as stupid as you, but at the end of the day, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what makes you stupid. That's why this conversation here, it goes beyond this bullshit. Because this is you now knowing your true essence. What the fuck that has to do? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to sound smart or you want to be smart? I'd rather talk all niggas, say nigga every second out of my mouth and be a smart man. And then let me now watch you. You wouldn't say nigger. Oh no, it's too much. I'm a spiritual person. Why would I say that? I can't believe you say you're spiritual, you're a man of God, but yet you're saying nigga. And I come through, I tell you, nigga, please. Nigga. That's your argument? Ironically, you're even more nigga than me, you don't even know it. Ain't that some nigga shit? That's when I come through and tell you, ain't that some nigga shit? Nigga. Tomatoes, tomatoes, man. You know what I'm saying? I you masturbating on me. You fucking yourself thinking you fucking me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing that. Oh shit. Yo, nigga, you be you fucking yourself thinking you fucking me, nigga. What part of me you fucking? Please, can I act like it? Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, that's the least you could do. Oh my god, y'all niggas wildin'. Hmm. So, adopting the Godhead mentality, man, it's you going back to your essence. You know, it's just incredible because again, the 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 Indians and I'm going to close out with this. The Indian call this world Maya, meaning this is a world of illusion. Well, that's what they mean. Meaning, if we're going back to, let's just say, how we always say, you never know somebody, because what you're truly saying is, what the, hey, nigga, hey, you fall for the bullshit all you want. You see, you think you know this nigga, that's not who that nigga is. So again, you referring to that nigga's essence that is beyond what you see. I mean, I'm just helping you to look at it from a different perspective. All right. So, and just so you guys know, mental illness is a real shit. That's why I'm not making fun of retarded people. Because I used to be retarded myself. In fact, that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But here's the beauty of it too. I mean, to laugh at yourself too. That's the wisdom. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But I wanted to say that to let you know. I mean, shit. I mean, I've been there. So I know what it's like to take there. I mean, to get there. But at the same time, once you see the truth too, you see how silly this shit was. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So don't take it too personal. You know what I'm saying? I might come off a little bit strong. But all I'm saying is, lit naked, I was where you at. But once you get to see the truth too, it's like it's like a motherfucker that been fucking around so much, and then when they realize, yo, what I'm saying, they were fucking around, they're like, you know what, nigga, there's no fucking around with me, man. This is my life for me. You know what I'm saying? This is your nigga being in parole, nigga. This is life for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I've been dying. I've been in jail, nigga. Now I know this is where I've been. I ain't going back. But not going back in the sense we're not going back to earth, but going back in the sense of going back to that ignorance. Because when you understand, when you know the truth too, you don't blame ignorance neither. So that's why the great masters we always know. That's why we don't blame Earth. We don't say fuck Earth or fuck humanity. We don't call this hell, but we see it as an opportunity because we hurt people see it from a hurt perspective. If you're calling Earth a hell, that's because you're hurt, which is good. This is nothing good. I've been hurt too. But healing is what we do here. The healing process is different. To be healed or to be going through that healing process and being myself as a spiritual healer is to get you to see it differently. I'm not even arguing with you. That's what I'm saying. So you say it's bad? It's bad. That's not the question. And how do you feel about it though? Because I can tell you right now how you feel about it. When you feel a little bit different, you're gonna look at it a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was listening to Francis McGann. This nigga said he hated like his life pretty much early on when he had to go back to school. Yo, nigga, I was brought up in Haiti, so I know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go back to school, it's time for you to go back to school. Niggas got all the, you know what I'm saying? All the fresh shit, the brand new shit. And if you were one of those niggas who had it, well, nigga, guess what, man? You can't wait for the first day of school because you know you're gonna be macking. But if you're a nigga that did not have these things, and he was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? So that's why this nigga, and this nigga's honest too. That's why listen, nigga, fuck with this nigga, man. You know, I'm like watching the whole shit, and I was cracking up because I know what I was looking at. And the nigga was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? That was some fucked up shit, dog. This is the nigga telling you, like, he's enjoying the blood. When he got to realize the blood that's in is he's laughing about it. That's really what he's doing. And if it's not, nigga, I'm surprised you get there. But I don't know. I ain't feeling you there, you little smart motherfucker. You Cameroon ass mother nigga. You know what I'm saying? You French speaking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Big muscle ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a smooth operator, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are the niggas, tall niggas. They fucking a lot of bitches too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he truly, you know what I'm saying, love. So you know what I'm saying? I see you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's a smooth operator. So the reason why the nigga stay to himself, it's like he doesn't see anybody who could do it better than him. But you're all right. But I'm here to let you know, nigga, there's other people who could do it as good as you do it. Not better than you, but who knows how to do it too, nigga. Fuck out of here. No fair. But yo, it was definitely a great pleasure, man. And I saw the state of mind that he was in, the consciousness that he had to embrace, and how he like he was. He said it himself too. Like some people could give you all the tools that you want, but if you're not putting the work in, it doesn't mean anything. Like anybody could help you. And a lot of losers, and here's the thing too, a lot of what you truly call losers, they have the best help, but they can't see it though. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they are delusional. Your haters are delusional people. It's like because they don't see who they are, they can't see what's taking place outside of them. That's how it works, bro. Yo, I'm giving you the codes. That's why you are the key. The password is you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So you want everything to the pure, all in. Well, you got to be pure. You want to see beauty, you got to become beautiful. You want to change the world, then who the fuck are you? Know your truth. That's the shit that's gonna set you free. So who the fuck are you? If you got to do all of that for you to be you, who the fuck is you? And that's what it means knowing thyself will niggas. Y'all fucking making me mad. It's stopping me. Because I don't believe I refuse to treat you as being that stupid. But again, it's my job. That was my frustration. That's what I got to deal with. That's my pain. It's all right. I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So adopting a Godhead mentality, come on, man. It's you. It's spirituality. It's the universe. It's you understanding the mental nature of the universe, not the astronomical nature only. Because when you talk about the universe, the cosmos, you're looking at other material or spatial material shit. Whereas everything that's taking place, there's other things behind it. That's why this is a world of illusion. You got to go beyond what you see. And for us, for you who are waking up, and that's how I woke up, you are changing your reality. That's why you don't give up. You can't give up anyway. I know for me, I couldn't give up. I mean, have I thought about it? Fuck yeah. But can I do it? Hell no. Let me say it again. Have I think about it? Fuck yeah. Can I do it? Hell motherfucking no. Because I know too much. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you got to see the reality a certain way, you can't go back. Because I know what's out there, bro. I mean, if I didn't know it's different, but I already know. So I might as well step into what I don't know. You know that? Why would I step into something I already know? I already know what the fuck it is. Unless you don't see how it's hurting you. And that's why a lot of us, we stay in abusive situations. Because yes, that's all you know, but yet you don't know any better. That's what you know. But most importantly, you don't truly understand what you know too. Because you it's hurting you, you don't even know that. How much do you even know about it? See, that's why the blinds leads the blinds. Do you get it? That's why you gotta let the dead bury the dead and say, God bless. You let God sort them out. And God's gonna do it the best way ever. Oh, trust me. Like the universe, the way they listen, the way they eject pain in niggas. Oh man. I mean, I'm the equalizer, guys. It is what it is. You see how painful this nigga was? Denzel Washington in those movies. You see how painful this nigga was. And he tells you about the pain too. Tell you, listen, man, this is how you're gonna feel. This is what's gonna happen. This is what it is. Hey, don't think I'm saying it to you. I'm just reading you your rights, nigga. Listen, no hate. This is no hard feelings. Yeah, listen, man. Whatever you say will be held against you, man. Keep talking. And now you got to face what you say and what you do. Listen, man. You have the right to remain silent. To remain silent. I'm reading you your rights, and I did this to you. That's why for me doing this, listen, I don't stick people behind their back. There's no pleasure in that. Ah, that doesn't make sense. What's the pleasure? See, I'm the guy. I like to have. I like to roll up those tools. You see how you see all that shit in those movies? Roll out those tools. I like to describe it to you. This is what it does. So you know this is how pros handle shit. This here, this is what it does. I'm gonna use it there. This is you're gonna get this effect. This is gonna go through, but don't worry. I'm saving the best for last. Oh man, yo, that's when you understand what it's like to be the quiet storm. This is perfection when you embrace that shit. You know love, and you know when you gotta do what you gotta do. Out of love. It's all love. It's my act. It's balance. The equalizer. Seems like every time I come out, dog, I gotta give you some good news and some bad news. Ultimately, for you, I know I'm bad news. But if you adopt a Godhead mentality, you'll get to see the beauty. Because the beauty that I am, you got to wake up to me. I mean, I do make the statement. It's there, but you got to see it for yourself. Even if when you don't see it for yourself, because it's so bright. Oh, listen, we know what we know. And that's how we know we are the way, we are the light. That's what Jesus meant. Not necessarily for you to follow him as a person, but for you, when you understand that, you understand you are the answer to your question. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, well, you are the way, nigga. You are the truth. You are the Christ. But you gotta, this is the part you gotta figure out. Oh, there's tons of clues. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta wake up to those clues. That's what it is. And the ancestors are sitting down at they're waiting on you. And they've been helping you. You have your guides and all those things, those life trials and tribulations that you go through. Those are your dumbbells for you to get better. And that's what people mean when they say shit don't happen to you, but shit happen for you. Do you understand that? So adopting a God-like mentality, now you transform all that shit. So you want to tell me about people who are dying, people who are not eating? Listen, I'm not saying this is funny. There's nothing. It does happen, but brother. Do not limit your reality to that. Life is bigger than that. In fact, that's part of their experience too. Because we all came here to experience different things. Don't be lost in somebody else's lost. Does that make any sense? You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't follow the blinds because they're blind. If you off the light, you can't follow no blind motherfucker. Let the dead bury the dead. That's not your business. So again, this is having a deeper understanding of the reality that you're looking at. And without neglecting, people are dying. Yeah, yeah, have at it. Suck your dick, nigga. Or I get it too. I'm not saying sucking your dick like, yeah, but I mean that's the only reality you have. Then now, just like I was talking about, now when you say God now, God becomes a good or bad, that becomes that. Again, you're looking at God from your own perspective. No wonder why that God is never gonna work. Because it's not your ultimate, it's not you're not even exploring the best of you. I suggest you get another God. Fuck with my God, nigga. There's no punishment. Well, you already punishing yourself. You know what I'm saying? My God is gonna give you rest. You know what I'm saying? Forget about your loads, man. Over here we good. You know what I'm saying? This is abundance here. We don't talk about misery, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is different over here. That's what makes us royal blood. We don't disrespect that. But this is something else. And that doesn't mean you don't help neither. You don't again, you can only help those who help who they are. And that's for everybody. And that's why when you try to help, and then that's why motherfuckers be you so selfish, motherfucker, ungrateful motherfucker, because I help you did this. Nah, nigga, you wasted your time. You didn't learn the lesson. You may call them ungrateful, but listen, you can only help somebody. Let the dead bury the dead. You can only help someone who helps who they are. And I had to learn that too. Oh, listen, like this is coming out of this is out of a wound. How can I say this? It's no longer it's coming out of healing. Because the lesson, listen, we were able to transmute that to understand. You don't change people because you want change. You change. You help people change. Those who want to change themselves, but you only keep changing yourself. If this is not something you have not changed about you, well, that's what you need to take the time on that. So you can miss me when the world is dying shit. Again, I'm not ignoring it. If you know, you know. This is for the great listeners. That's why it all comes down to your level. Because my son right now, he loves Spider-Man. He's looking at life a certain way. And me being his father, the same thing he's looking at, I look at him differently. And I hope that's the same thing for you. That's why motherfuckers become adult, right? You have a little more experience, right? Meaning, what the fuck do you mean by experience? You get to see things a little more than what they appear to be, right? In other words, you got to see a little bit beyond the veil, right? So we share the same space and time, but we all in different reality. Our vibration is different. And then our world is different. Or the interpretation of our world is different. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Because how I see it changes. And how you see it Hey, listen, that's why we understand life is what you make it. You could give me the speech all you want. God is outside of you. I said yes, and I agree with you. Nigga, I agree with you. And that's the crazy shit. I'm like, tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Then now I could tell you something that you don't know. Now, what you don't know is you just look at that thing outside of you. You're not looking at you. Because regardless of how big that shit is, you accept it. That's why, and do you know how you accept it? If you're a Christian, I talk about Muhammad right now. I do my prayers during the day, in the evening. I pray 7 times a day. And you in Christ, you only pray 1 time a day. You said, fuck Muhammad, don't you? What does Muhammad mean to you? Nothing. And there's no sugarcoat. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not being wrong. So much so, you preach these niggas who are praying 7 times a day, who are dedicated to whoever that fucking Muhammad, that God is, to change their mind, to be like you. Do you see how much you don't give a fuck? And that nigga too, vice versa. Who knows? But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, and that's what I could tell you that you don't see about you. I see what you see, but you don't see what I see. You agreeing with it. And sometimes the people who knows a little bit better, that's why you'll see like niggas who know voodoo or the Buddhists are a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Their God is a little bit more open. So that's why they never go against Christ. And in fact, they tell you just a different story, but we do acknowledge it, we do honor it because it's all talking about what? The same thing. Now, the Christ is just another aspect of Buddha, and Buddha is another aspect of Christ. Ultimately, what this is talking about is so different part of you, the enlightened ones. And I know for me, that's why I embrace all of them. I walk both the dark side and the light side, nigga. I embrace them all, from guides to angels and to what you call demon. I fuck with all them niggas. Why? Because I'm whole. The whole aspect of dealing with your higher and lower self, it could be, I guess, said in different levels. But ultimately, for you to become whole, is embracing the physical aspect of you and the non physical aspect of you. Like, do you cut your dick off because your dick gets hard without your permission? No, you deal with it. Like, oh no, 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 nigga. In fact, I'm gonna put you in a better hole. Listen, when you know how to deal with your dick correctly, because I mean, it's because here's the problem too. So now, in what you so-called religion, that's why they suppress the body because your dick get hard without your permission. Then they call it the flesh is weak, but this is out of ignorance. They call it the flesh is weak now because now, but if you're saying how weak is the flesh really, if you're going by what the flesh says, that's because you don't have a Godhead mentality. So in reality, you're truly a nasty motherfucker. That's why the flesh is weak. because you're weak. Because if you're not weak, well, the flesh is not weak. It's just another opportunity for you to hold on to your dick, nigga. In fact, that's the conversation I have with my dick. There was a bitch like, shit, nigga. This bitch has HIV trying to give it to me, dog. Can you imagine if I was falling for pussy? Nigga, you know how many pussy I done turned down there? Nigga, can you imagine me falling for pussy, nigga? Now, I've had my pussy run. You know what I'm saying? But for the wrong pussy, man, I learned my lesson. How can I fall for pussy, man? It doesn't make sense. So there's nothing wick with my dick. In fact, I tell my Nick, this dick here, I'm gonna give you the best pussy ever. Okay. Now, what do you truly lose? You get to retain your energy. You get quality. You get better. You get to really bust, nigga. The bust is yeah. That's the pussy you wanna fuck. You know what I'm saying? Not no trash ass pussy, nigga. What the fuck? It's like, why the fuck would I want to be with a hoe? Respectfully. I mean, I admire the work that they're doing in the community because we all need one another. And I'm not even trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? But as let's just say, as a wife, and this is what a lot of you women don't fucking understand. Your pussy's not a dick. You know what I'm saying? The more, you know what I'm saying, traffic you got in there, the less valuable it is. That's why your pussy ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And now, if you can't see it from that perspective, well, you don't know your essence. You never hear like a bitch tell you, well, why is it? It's so unfair. I mean, why can men do this? I can't do that. Nah, motherfucker, you weak. You saying it because it's not working in your favor. And then and it's not really because it's not really real. I mean, it shouldn't be working in your favor anyway because you're not in touch with you. So nothing's gonna ruin your favor because you're not in touch with you. You see what I'm saying? So the problem really, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. I mean, you know how stupid it is to think you are identical with men? We are equal, but we're not identical. Example, you're not gonna see me dancing with my guy friend. If I were to ask you what, you see how stupid I would definitely sound? Let's just me, oh man, you know what, ladies? I mean, how fair can you say this? How fair is that? That you could dance with your girlfriend, nobody thinks you gay. And then if I dance with my guy, so what? My dick is hard in his ass. It's just the crack of his ass, and then my dick is hard. Can you imagine that shit? I'm trying to give you the full fucking picture. We are not the fucking same. So even if I were to approach you saying that, that alone is just showing you how stupid I am or how in touch I'm not with my masculinity. Because there's no way, I mean, no disrespect if you gay, have at it. Listen, do your thing. But if you're not, there's no way you're gonna take pleasure in it. And there's no judgment. I'm not. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? This is not even up for judgment. Nick, you do you, I do me. That's just me. You want me to be mad because of me? The fuck? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So again, you know what I'm saying? This shit got man, the misconception I'm looking at. Even the question in itself, when you think you're being smart, the question is truly stupid. And you stupid even for asking it. But there's no such thing as stupid question. I get it. But that's why I'm addressing it. That's why I'm helping you here. It doesn't make sense. You wouldn't say that. Even if I tell you that, you just laugh. If you're a woman right now, you're listening to me, yo, why is it not fair? You're like, okay, I don't know, like shit. Okay, you right. You logic. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You would tell me, okay, that was good English, I guess. You'll probably tell me, oh yeah, I mean, what you said it makes sense, but that's not what men do. Oh, why is that? Oh, like I'm gonna hold my guy friend hands. We're going to the bathroom together. Why can he do it and I can't do it? You see how stupid that shit is? Like, I don't know. Maybe we're not identical. But the problem becomes now, us not being identical doesn't mean that you're equal. And that's what the feminist movement should be fighting for, or should have been fighting for. But what they're fighting for is being a better man. It's like, nigga, you a CEO, let me be a CEO. Oh, I could be a CEO too. Ha ha ha. Can you? Fuck yeah. At the end of the day, and then so what? What else? I mean, I'm pretty sure if you want to stand up and pee, you can. I mean, you'll be peeing all over your leg, but hey, shit, who cares? Can you do it? Fuck yeah. Again, you're not in your element, but I also understand it too. That's the whole patriarchal shit. Because when you think you're being feminine, you're really thinking like a nigga. So when Steve Harvey came out with the book "Think Like a Nigga, Act Like Act Like a Bitch," since you were already thinking like a nigga, that's your nigga. Because now he's talking to what you already know. And true marketing, that's why I would say I don't know how conscious he was about it, but I would assume that he is. That's what makes Steve Harvey, in a sense, brilliant to me, but not so brilliant because I mean, in terms of get giving the people what they're looking for is brilliant. But then what else? But what they're looking for isn't really what they're looking for neither. It's their ignorance. It's like you feeding off of their ignorance. That's why for me it's like, but I'm not gonna hate on it. I get it because I understand the science of fucking ignorance. That's why I don't judge. I only bring this motherfucker up and I talk about Jada Pinkett too for educational purposes. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. To help you to get to see, to develop your discernment between a nigga who's talking about, you know what I'm saying, having a red table. This nigga need a table to go to. In fact, shit. I mean, you might as well join here, nigga. But then again, I might be too much for you too. You know, for the dead, you gotta let the dead bury the dead. For to the pure, all is pure. Then even for you to get in touch with this too, you would have to start seeing the beauty in you too. So that's why I could be poison, or I could give you life. I could give you life, or I could give you death. Whichever one you get, it's on you. But I am the equalizer. I give it to you fair. And I will never feel bad for your choices, nigga. That's your choice. I would never, ever feel bad for somebody else's choices. But to say, hey, man, that was her choice. Oh, well, it ain't mine. Because I can only live my reality too. And the me being this spiritual healer is to help you to live your reality. That's why this knowledge shit, this spirituality, and as the Tibetan monk says it, and I love it. I love it very much. This is the wisdom, I mean the mirror of wisdom, just for you to see the reflection of you. Oh, this is all I'm serving you. And to me, I am grateful to be in this position because to me that's the highest level ever. This is the ultimate thing. I don't see anything greater than that. And that I take proud of. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I took an oath to that. Let's sip to that, baby. Listen, naked. See, this is the job I brag about. I got the best job ever, nigga. You know the people I work for? You know what I'm saying? That's what they represent. That's what they're there for. I take great pleasure in my work. That's why the reward is in it for me already. And because I know that, not that I don't appreciate, let's just say your subscription. You know what I'm saying? No, not. But it's always gonna be secondary. So it's like I love you, but fuck you, or fuck you and I love you. Tomatoes, tomatoes. But again, this is to adopt that Godhead mentality. This is the paradox of life you have to adopt. This is the two side of the coin. I mean, the two side of the same coin that has to become together. This is good and bad that has to become one. Now, why does it have to become one? You develop those inner vision. Now you start looking at things beyond the veil. If it looks bad, but there's a internal benefit in it, now you developing your inner vision. Then this is also going to help you with your shadow work. In fact, this is precisely what's going to help you with your shadow self. Or when you're facing your younger self, or you healing the wounded child. It's being said in different ways, but it's addressing the same issues. This is the new you addressing old issues. And this is what you gotta have to make peace with. And this is you becoming whole. This is the physical and the non-physical coming together. And as you do so, you're going beyond the physical. Because now, as you start to acknowledge those old issues about you, it allows you to look at you from a whole different perspective. That's the transcend. That's the transcendence. How you came in this world is not going to be the way you're going out. Hopefully not. For me, how I came in, it ain't the way I'm going out. And that's what the acknowledgement is. That's you waking up in the journey. This is you understanding, your path. This is you making the connection. That's how, for me, I had to save my own case. On all levels. When I fully got to understand the true person that I was, then now I could deal with me being illegally adopted, me not truly being around. I was prepared for this. This is just a walk in the park. This is just a walk in the. It's a walk in the fucking park, man. That's water under a fucking bridge. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I got to know the higher self of me. That's why that shit don't. It means nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's why even too. Let's just say somebody would say, "Okay, you were fucking adopted." Okay. What else, dog? You gotta give me something better than that. All right, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because it really matters if I was adopted, let's just say you were not, you would have to do better than me, though. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about material gains, but you just got to know who you are. And if you're looking at it from material gain perspective, you already lost. So you in a lost situation because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. Even if you like, for me and my kids, I mean, obviously they're not illegally adopted and shit, but I'm training them to say fuck me, or I'm gonna be part of their life as they are who they are, because ultimately that's truly what you truly want, and that's what I truly want. Just like God is in my life, it doesn't take away my individuality. That's the whole science of the Son, Father, and the Holy Ghost. Your your Isis Osiris, it's all the same story. Talking about you, my friend. I'm just trying to help you to see it. So again, it's just it's beautiful to me. I had to find me, because if I didn't find who I was, because all these people were doing is inflicting their pain in me. I was raised like the person I thought that was my mother, that was not my mother. It's like the Cinderella story, right? He inflicted pain, fucking up my life in every possible ways. With my ex-girlfriend, sabotaged everything. It's like this nigga's just fucking me up. And that's what the definition of fucking you up is. So anything that would, in other words, these niggas, they did everything to to have me begging, to have me crying, to have me feeling sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they feel. But for me, I didn't feel that way. So that's why for me, when they were throwing rocks at me, I was building a house. I think they start to see it now, though. Those dummies. It take a minute for them to figure me out. They thought they figured me out. They thought they knew who I was. But meanwhile, they did know who I was too, because they did know who I was. That's why they were inflicting that for me not to see who I was. You never seen that's like people telling you, oh, yo, you fucked up, you fucked up, and then knowing that that's not the way you are. But they're projecting themselves on you for a reason. They want you to be like they are. Because if you become like they are, how can you be better than them? Granted, because you know who you are. That's why anybody who follows self, you never compete with nobody. That's why when you keeping up with the Joneses understanding only deals with people who are like dealing with a fucking image. Once you find yourself, you'll never compete with nobody. There's no way. It cannot happen. That's why they tell you you cannot serve two gods. There's absolutely no way anybody who ever find the path with the path within will never compete with nobody else. That is not their ego. That is it's not a lack of ego, I should say, but that has to do with the information of what they know. Because ultimately, the difference becomes in that little extra, the beholder. How are you looking at it? And if you're looking at it wrong, it doesn't matter. You have a whole book about it. You already got it fucked up. You started fucked up. So if you got multiple pages, can you see how fucked up you are? You got a whole book. Oh shit! It's already. It doesn't make a difference. But at the same time, it's like it's just worse. You know what I'm saying? And this is the belly of the beast, man. Again, everything that I'm talking about here is dealing with your real life reality. That's why spirituality, who you truly are, is real. The reality that you're living in, your reality is that you're not the physical self only. That's your true reality. That's why we tell to each other, hey man, change your thinking, change your life, change your thoughts, whatever the fuck. And this other motherfucker came out, tell you think, grow, and think rich and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? This is ultimately telling you, listen, at the end of the day, it's what you do, it's how you create in your life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You say whatever you like. At the end of the day, you agree with it. So you better read the fine point. I mean, the prints. You better read the fine points. And that's why I'm here helping you to see, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm helping you to see it bigger. Those fine little fucking prints that you're not paying attention to. That's the contract you're signing yourself to. It's an unfulfilling life. You competing with somebody, you always got to find something to compete with. You can never be you. This is truly what it comes down to. And that's the reality that we all facing. But now I'm helping you to, for you to adopt the Godhead mentality, you got to know your essence. And those essences pretty much is what we're talking about. Changing your life, all of those little clues that's been left around. We all hear them, write your shit down, whatever the fuck, because to write anything down, you are materializing it. You're making it manifest. That's why when you have a budget, it's like if you have a budget on how much money you used to spend. When you're spending money, you're not aware of it. But if you write it down, then that was $10. Then that was just another $10. That's another $15. That's why accounting is needed in the fucking business. That's why that whole recording process. That's why we created images because the image is you making it real. When you write it down, you're making it real. So you should be doing all of it. So again, those are your essence. I mean, you're doing that, but your true essence is because, again, spirit, you're a living mind. If you know better, you do better. You want to be a player? Well, you got to know how to play. Isn't that what we're doing? We call it the game of life. You best believe it is. What are we doing? So again, adopting the God mentality, and that's why I always like to spend a lot of time talking about spirituality too. They all come together. But ultimately, what makes it make sense is you understanding or you having to relate to the divinity in you. Because when we talk about being religious too, here's something else. True religion is truly you dealing with it's your God consciousness because you're dealing with divinity in human form. It's not such and such belief and none of that. Again, spirituality is your fucking life. But going back to, because I felt like I didn't finish up I can't recall the point that I was making in knowing who you are. There you go, because it's all related. The Kabbalion helps you to understand gender. Sex is a manifestation of gender. That's why if as a man I have emotions in me too, but I am a manifestation of that masculine gender or the masculine energy throughout my sex. But in me, I have my femininity and I also have a masculinity. But through my sex, that's why I have a dick. So when you learn about tantric yoga or tantric Buddhism, that's why the women they worship the dick. There's nothing freaky going on, but because I used to think that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I saw a documentary. I saw those ladies holding a big dick. At that point, I'm like, shit. Can you imagine me being in India? Like I have this women like holding me like this. Yes, master. Let me suck your dick. Oh shit, that's the life. No, motherfuckers. Wake up. It has nothing to do with that. And that's why they use profanity. There's a lesson behind it. Like sometimes that's why you got to go beyond profanity. Don't be stupid. Please don't do it to yourself. Right? That's why when I tell you you have to learn how to suck your own dick, I hope you're not thinking I'm literally, you going like this and shit. It's gross, but the grossness behind it is meant to bring traffic or to wake your mind up for you to understand this is you. You got to be in touch with you, being your own presence. You sucking your own dick, meaning you like shit. Francis, man, Gnu, Umanu, this nigga been sucking his dick for a very long time. This nigga told you that too. I watched the fucking interview yesterday. He was saying, yeah, even with my family, you gotta have your time. I gotta have my time. You know what I'm saying? His masturbation is different. And that's what we're trying to get you to understand. So when we use that giant dick, when you see it, or me telling you to suck your own dick, or you know what I'm saying, this is implying you being in your essence. So in tantric magic, I mean Buddhism, I was gonna say magic. It's all part of it. It's all the same. Well, not all the. Ah, I'm not gonna get into it. Let's just put it this way. Fuck that. I'm not going into it. It's all the same. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I have manifested. That's why, like for me, I'll give you a perfect example. I am what is called a divine feminine, yet in a masculine body. And no, I'm not gay. Okay. That shit got nothing to do with that. And that's what you see, and I'll try to help people to see it. That's what you see, let's just say, in a guy like Prince. He wears heels, but from what I heard, I haven't heard he was sucking on anybody's dick, nor anybody was sucking on his dick. If anything, I heard about this nigga, he was a player. So when we're talking about the femininity in you, it has nothing to do with being gay. In fact, when you look at a gay couple, you should see the masculine and the feminine because what you're going to see in a gay couple is that even I mean if you're talking about a lesbian you got to have a tomboy. If you're talking about a gay relationship with men, a gay man relationship, then you're going to have the men and then you're going to have the women. That's how it goes. So when we're talking about gender, that's why it does not involve sex. Check out the Kabbalion, man. He'll give you a lot more details. But anyway, we all have that in us. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm saying all of that to say, hey man, know who you are, baby. You know what I'm saying? Know your sex. It's part of yourself. Does it put you in the closet? No, it doesn't. It helps you to explore. Like myself, I'm not gay. I'm a man. I'm a divine feminine. And no, I have certain women tendencies, meaning I'm intuitive. I'm creative in my mind. I have long hair. When I dress up, nigga, I look good. From top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? But I also have that fiery side of me. When you think this is what this is, uh, stick your dick in. I told them I was a divine feminine. They thought I was pussy. But stick your dick in. Again, this is in our essence. And that's why you'll see too, if you understand the elements, then you would start seeing that just like you see it in, let's just say, in nature, we also have the elements in us, right? That's when you have some, that's what you call the zodiac sign. It's the cycle of the animal, meaning the cycle of the physical. But anyway, make a long story short, where the fuck was I gonna go with this shit? Why did I even open up that fucking? Anyway, going back to adopting the Godhead mentality, you know what I'm saying? Embrace the good and the bad. Always remember what you see, how you see things is how you act. If you think money's everything, well, guess what? You do everything for money. And the same, if you were to flip that around too, it works. You know what I'm saying? If you see more in you than just money, or you see money as not being everything, well, guess what you do? You're not gonna do everything for it, baby. And that's what you'll see when you see Monique talking, oh, my integrity, whatever, whatever. Fuck, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just letting you know what you're seeing. And a lot of people who talks about that, there's a self fulfillment that they have. It may not be that Tyler Perry $1 million, but there's a certain way you feel. Just like, yo, I was watching American Fiction. Yo, y'all got to see that movie. This is a classic. This is a fucking classic. Oh, I can't recall my man who plays in the movie, but this is a fucking classic. The comedy in it is it's just up to par. I mean, it's almost like I've seen Knives Out. I really like that one too. I mean that one's similar to my story because it's all about a stolen inheritance and whatever the fuck. But but yo, the oh my god. Oh, I opened up a whole lot. Listen, listen, you owe it to yourself. Oh, and I had a great time watching. Shit, these niggas, the niggas who acted like Jesus and shit. The book of parents. Beautifully. Hey, listen, because I'm looking at the art. I'm looking at what's being said and how it's being said, and especially that's why I personally I love Friends too because they have that witty. How can I say? When you're watching a Friends fucking episode, you see that witty comedy in it. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me personally, nigga, like this nigga, like nigga, please. That's what we do, nigga. Take your ass to Haiti, nigga. I'll show you how we do it. Come on, handsome. Not alone. You a bad motherfucker. I'll show you how we do. So the whole profanity, or I mean, the innocence, and the 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 funniness, or just the fun in the ordinary. I mean, listen, it's all it's the connection. That's why as you become more mature too, you don't take yourself too serious. You laugh at your mistakes. I know I do. But I also not laughing in the sense of putting myself down, but laughing in this that was funny, bro. But anyway, like it's almost like because I'll give you a perfect example. I remember for me, right, when I first started working out, What my diet, and I always tell niggas that shit. That you might think I'm joking, but I'm laughing at it now. Is that my? It's like my diet was very different because it's like I would diet for 2 days and go hard like 5 days. That was my diet. So I was dieting for 2 days. And then you know what I'm saying? I'm wondering why shit's not working out, bro. I mean, I'm working out. I'm benching and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And doing all these things. But you know what I'm saying? But this is the beauty of it too. And then looking at it too, that's why I always tell people when you adopt the God mentality, the Godhead mentality, the first thing, understand you taking accountability is the beginning of it. And that's why I always tell you guys, go beyond that accountability. When you go beyond that accountability, now you start looking at it as not that you're not taking accountability like it didn't happen or you know, but you understand it had to happen. So at one point, it's like that was my fault. I didn't see it this way. I needed to see it that way. So now I know I need to look at it this way. And then as you're growing a little bit more, then you understand. Wait, I only got to see it this way, nigga, because I didn't see it that way. So how bad is that way? I don't know, dude. And that's why even Francis, I was listening to this thing. This nigga even said, "Hey, listen, man, like shit. But would you change how you bro? No. Now my kids are not gonna have that, but would I change it for me? No. In other words, in fact, I did it better so they don't have to see it that way. But the underlying message here too is that they also got to see the truth in it too. I mean, that's why for me, my kids, I teach them again the ma'at level, the goods and the bad. That's why you don't judge a book by its cover, even if you have money or not. Having money with judging a book based on its cover got nothing to do with it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers are like the little fucking millionaires. Because of me. You know what I'm saying? That's for me, but I had to pay my dues. This motherfucker trying to steal my fucking inheritance and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they, they just don't want me to be like this. Nigga, I worth every cent, nigga. In fact, nigga, I worth from that. You know, the problem is they saying I don't worth it. But you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I worth every cent of it. I am it. That's why it don't belong. You can't have it. It's gonna go back to its rightful honor. You don't have to believe me. Just watch it. Nigga, that's how we ride on our enemies. I don't think you get it. It's a celebration for me. I don't know for you though. Hey, that's what you chose. You know, those were not the seed that I planted. I refused to get motherfucking pineapple when I planted mango, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're not gonna like what the fuck? Can you imagine I planted all mangoes and then I see one fucking pineapple in my shit? No, it doesn't belong there. It doesn't belong there. So it's all balance. It's just everything that goes up must come down. You see, with the people that I was raised with, this was their secret. They held on to that secret for a very long time. Because think about it, I don't even know my year. I mean, the year that I was born for real. They told me it was 1981. So let's go with that. So that's 42 years. It couldn't have been sooner. It couldn't have been later. But the bottom line is, 42 years. These motherfuckers held on to a lot, and they shit, nigga. I didn't see nothing. Well, not in those 42 years, obviously. for, I mean, before that, let's just say a good 30, 35, 36 years, 37. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Let's just say a good fucking 39. No, 40 years. But all of these things were taking place. I just didn't know. Then when I wake up, now I could see everything else. I'm like, oh, it all makes sense. That's why that mother, she was using me against me to get me to sabotage myself, to hurt me. But here's the thing. I was listening. I was building my house. Anything, anybody she's using to fuck me up, I left those people. In other words, I tell them, you can have, those are not for me. My baby mother got together with her, and then they were involved in a sexual relationship too. This shit is crazy. My life is Jerry and Maury, and I like to call it Jamari. Nigga, come on, let's sit down. Let's talk some shit, nigga. That's a Jamari show. Right? So they got, you know what I'm saying? So now you can see, how two of these women got together to go against me. Now, how do you think my relationship's gonna be with my kid? And of course, you gotta have child support. And I'm saying you could imagine everything else, and everything else now is being done. It's trying to put pain in me. They're trying to inflict it. You want me to feel the pain that they're feeling. But for me, it's like, nah, how can I? First of all, you were not even good for me. So the people that let me show you how much she helped me. And I've been using her, but she never knew that. That's why I never even addressed her until, what I'm saying, there was something else that definitely happened. I'm like, yo, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you were two-faced. You know what I'm saying? Then I come to understand because I'm not truly her kid. And then now I think I'm better than her. This is a woman, 67, 68 years old, who's been looking at me as a competition. So, meaning when she's 30 years old, she's looking at me like, nigga, I'm the shit because you can't do that. Because you know what I'm saying? And now, what did she got to do to feel like older is she got to sabotage what I'm doing as a kid. Do you see how shallow this motherfucker is? You see how stupid this motherfucker is? Can you imagine me being mad because of how stupid this motherfucker is? This is the part I gotta laugh. Not that I didn't see what was taking place, not because I'm not, how can I say this? Like I don't have any feelings. In fact, I do. But I can't even ignore the other side of it too. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of you is being too emotional because you're not looking at it from all perspective. I'm truly in touch with myself. Trust me. And I'm laughing at it because of that. Because all of those intuitive, all of these things in me, what that has with what she's doing, what that got to do with me. She was competing with me, not me. She was not a competition for me. And these people who are always competing with you, they never even tell you neither. So that's how stupid, that's how weak they know that they are. What is there for me to be mad at? You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be smart of me at all. So these are kids, Chucky, who have not grown, who have not taken over I mean, these little kids, badass kids. What they truly need is a hug. But of course, I mean, they've done too much. You got to spank them. But we're not spanking them out of whatever the fuck. But that's why you have jail, nigga. Like not everybody's on the same. Well, some motherfuckers you gotta lock them up because they're a menace to society. Now these motherfuckers are menace to society, to the well-being of other people, and that's the judgment that's being called. But what they did, that's what makes this an organized crime, which is the organized crime family that I came with. They all work together and then they all appear as something else to the public. Some of them are Jehovah Witness. Some of them are claiming to be God. I mean, not claiming to be God, but following God. And those are the one who's doing that. I want you to understand this. Oh, you don't have to. I'm just giving you my testimony, nigga. That's the card. That's the hand I was dealt with. But adopting the God mentality, I had that's what it means. So I'm not telling you anything I don't know. I guess that's truly what I'm saying. So when they did what they did, it didn't mean anything to me. So you wanted to have my baby mother? Have it. And guess what? She didn't even love me anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? Why would I be mad about somebody who didn't give a fuck about me? And that's why I always tell people the power of acceptance. You gotta learn how to accept. You don't accept because you're weak. You accept because you know this is not. I mean, Hey, it is what it is. To be like it is what it is doesn't make you weak, dog. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? How can everybody fucking love you? Are you crazy? Well, I'm not. No, no. You know what I'm saying? And part of that journey was for me to acknowledge the people who love me. That's why I gotta love. Like I don't understand. Like that's what makes sense to me. I love whoever loves me, dog. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. That's all it is. And motherfuckers that don't fuck with me, come on, I'm not even gonna complain about you because it doesn't make sense for me. I mean, okay, that was just and you are an indication that tells me not to fuck with you because you don't fuck with me. That's like crying over spoiled milk. I mean, it's already spoiled or spilled milk, however the fuck this is say. But it's spoiled though. You can't drink it. You're crying for something you can't drink, huh? Come on, stop it. Wake your ass up. What are you doing? You're not being fair to you. Do you see what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers think I'm gonna miss them. What is there to miss? You know what I'm saying? If anything, gee, I I would go on another planet for these niggas. When I see these niggas, I don't even want to see these niggas to see me because they're not important to me. I mean, they serve their purpose. They help me to see me. Now that I see me, how do I go back? I already see me. I'm gonna have to keep seeing me. That's all I'm saying. So that's why they're irrelevant in this particular moment. But were they were useful to get me here. Now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? As for me, my responsibility at this point is to live my motherfucking life. Be the millionaire that I am, live my fucking life, get my kids, and that's it. Fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for me to worry about. In fact, they're a nightmare. It's coming true. Oh, it should. You can't stop it, baby. It's like, I could close my eyes. I already saw it. You know what I'm saying? This is the moon for you, man. This is the new moon, baby. Do your worst. This is for you. This is the new moon. Okay, you tell me. Because I always give you good and bad news. Well, I mean, I don't know. You can tag me on a video. Do your own video. I know you're using mine for now, but it's okay. That's gonna use against you too. Damn it, you just refuse to. You just don't want to win. You just don't want to win at all. Wow, that's beyond me. But anyway, going. Yeah, listen, man, it was a pleasure having you guys in. This Friday. Oh my God, almost 3 motherfucking hours. I'm gonna have to break that shit down because I know you guys. You're gonna get it in pieces. But anyway, always remember. Listen, if you think money's everything, you're gonna do everything for money. You know what I'm saying? Remember, for you to be you, nobody can be around. But most importantly, listen, why worry about death? Because when you're alive, there's no death. And when you're dead, there's no life. You ever seen a dead nigga in life? No, man. The nigga gone. You know what I'm saying? So you take that on you as you like, and always remember, having adopting that God mentality, you gotta see the remedy in the pain. And that's how you transmute it. I shin, Mali.